everybody. We got ourselves a nice little job on this snowy day here in Ohio. What we're here to work on is this tree right here. It reaches a little bit over towards the house, and so the customer would like to have it removed, which is probably a good thing. It's never going to be a nice tree. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some of the surrounding trees, probably this white oak and maybe a red oak over there, to set up some rigging and some tying points, and it'll make this tree go nice and easy. Bingo.
Nice.
Alright, we'll use that to hang a remote block up in the tree. Last thing this rope did was get tied to a bulldozer for pulling a big old tree off a house.
Oh, that one out in the country?
Yeah, that's why it's so muddy.
I saw that video.
Yeah. Alright, we got this blue rope here up over a natural crotch up there in our rigging tree. And we've got it tied on with the Yosemite finish on the bow line because it's going to go through multiple loading and unloading cycles, which is what tends to work bow lines out. Not super concerned about it, but it'll be fine there. I just stuck an extra little fisherman's knot on there just to keep the tail out of the way while it's up there. So went ahead and put the 1/2-inch rigging line in that, and I'll pull it up over the union from the other end, and then we'll tie it off to the bottom of the tree. The way I like to tie this off, since we can't use the end of the rope, is to tie a bowline on a bite. Alright, then for rigging purposes, if I need a midline knot, I like to use a bowline on a bite. I just take this slick pin shackle from CMI. It's really handy. I use that, fasten it to the tree, and I just make sure it's rotated so that way the pin is faced away from the tree. And there we go. That'll be good to go for us for today. Alright, this is our final rigging setup before we get in the tree. We got the working end there. It goes up to our remotely installed block up there, comes back down to this rigging block here, and shoots across the yard to the porta wrap over there. And I did that just to keep the ground man out of the drop zone, and also to keep him off this hill. If we put the porta wrap down here, it'd be going up and down that hill all the time, and in the snow, we don't want to do that. So that's a setup. Now we'll get up in the tree and I'll show you what we're going to do up there. Alrighty, I'm shooting a line up there for my climbing system anchor, and it's in a really tight spot. I don't know how this is going to go. Ah, I almost made it. After an absolute unreasonable number of attempts, we finally got our rope up in there where we want it. So our climbing rope is in the big white oak tree, our rigging rope is over here in a red oak tree over up there, and we're going to be removing this tree right over top of me here. So I'm going to ascend up the climbing rope, and then I'll have my ground man swing me over to the tree I'm going to be working in. If you could give me a tug towards that staircase, that'd be great. Yeah, perfect. Whoa! That did it! Worked like a charm. That was way faster than spiking up on this big old noodle. We're gonna start rigging these pieces out. Probably not gonna do anything crazy big because of our rigging setup and the way it loads the tree. But the convenience of our rigging setup was more important than setting ourselves up for rigging huge pieces. So that's why we are in the position that we are in. So we'll go ahead, and we got this one cut, or face cut, and set up with a redirect here. Go ahead and cut it and let it fall in there, and we'll let it run so that way it doesn't shock load anything too much. You ready, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Nice. That was beautiful. Even with that little bit, look how much this tree is moving side to side. That's a good representation of how much side force we're putting on it with this rigging setup. Okay, here we go. Yes, please.
あ
Nice. Nice, nice, buddy. Whoa, this tree has been here a long time. Yeah, if you take a peek at the growth rings on that cut I just made, makes it look like this tree has been here longer than the house has. Alrighty folks, we're out here on our first limb tip now, and I gotta say, it's a little bit scarier than I thought it would be. I feel like I wish I could get out to that union and rig those two pieces out separate, but that puts us over top of the house down there. So I have to come back to here. It's a little bit bigger piece than I'd love to take. We're gonna give it a shot anyway. I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. I'm sure enough that I'm willing to try it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to finish with a handsaw. I want to be prepared for this to jump when that breaks up, because it certainly will. Perfect run, Dave. Perfect run. Got it right in the space between that little ornamental tree and the house. Nothing to be worried about after all. So something I forgot to mention earlier is that the farther out the tree we come this way, the more favorable our rigging angle gets. So the farther we go out the tree, the more force is being applied this way on the tree rather than sideways on the tree. That sideways force will mostly become a problem from like where I'm standing. Oh, probably not even so much here as much as like back at that union and on down, at which point it won't be a problem. I'm not going to rig huge chunks out of it. Alrighty, we're just working the wood back here. Nice. Baby. That was a little bit more of a ride. No, you did fine. You did fine.
No, I shouldn't have. I should have just let it go.
Well, no, you did fine. What it was is this rope angle is different now. Now that we're back farther on the stem,
Okay.
is pulling it sideways more.
Oh,
So we could
okay.
apply the exact same amount of force and the tree is going to move more.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you did good. You did real good. Alrighty, I just finished making my face cut. It's right here. And something I like to do often on these, you know, horizontal but also like redirected rigs is to just tie a knot and let the rope hang. You know, gravity will keep the rope spaced away from the cut really nicely. So that way once the cut's made, all I gotta do is pull the knot out, and I don't have to fool with tying the whole knot on and everything like that. It's ready to go. Alrighty, and as last time, I'm going to finish it with a handsaw. Nicely done, Dave, nicely done. I like to finish stuff like that with a handsaw because, if I get the chance anyway, because it often likes to jump when you unload the stem, and just being in this situation, having a saw out here running and everything jumping, not my favorite. This is the next piece. We just cut that last one off up there, and then we got this little top and this little bit of wood. It's the same old, same old. That was a good run. That was a good run. Alright, we're down to some of the bigger woods, so I'm taking a little bit smaller pieces here, a little bit shorter. But we're also right next to our rigging point over there. So this is a position that will have the most lateral force on this stem out of anything. So trees are not real strong in a twisting manner, so we're not going to go crazy. We're going to let this run really good. And as we get down that way farther, our rigging angle, our rigging angle will change, and we'll be pulling this way on the stem a little bit more every position that we move down the stem. So our rotational force on the stem will lessen. So that will be good. But this piece will definitely put the most side load on the stem here today. Yep, give me 1 second. I need some slack back. My rigging sling is too close to the cut. Okay, now we're good. Okay, here we go. Yep, I'm good. Probably one of the first times it's ever happened to me. But I earned it. I put more side load on this stem than another part in the tree, and my tie-in point is over off this way, up in that tree, and so when I'm perched on top of it and it moves sideways a lot, naturally you're gonna fall off. Thankfully it was nice and slow. I think I hit my chain brake out of habit, which is good. That's a good habit to have. I'll have to check the footage to make sure. Should have seen that coming. Alrighty, we're gonna try this again. We'll see if I can stay on the spar this time. I think I can push that off of there. Oop, don't have to. Woo, baby. Yeah, that was a much nicer ride. And you can see those two pieces down there in comparison. The one we just rigged is bigger than the one that knocked me off. And the reason that that's different is because our rope angle is different. We got another one on the line here. All right. This tree has been here for a long time. I think this house is 50-something years old, he said. And I don't have the time to guess right now, but this tree is way more than 50 years old. Nice, that was a good one. Okay, I think this is going to be the last piece here. That was good. That was good. The way that rope is hockling up, you know, getting all those twisties in it, you can mitigate that by switching the directions that you wrap on the porta wrap every other time. All right, I got you all set up to see here. We're gonna see if when I fall that stub, if it stays up on the hill here, or if it wants to try and roll off. I got a tether on it to help try and keep it on the hill. Well, it didn't do what I was hoping. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do, but that's okay. The customer's okay with it being down there, and it's actually probably going to serve as some level of erosion prevention, so it'll be fine. Well, guys, that about wraps it up. This is a no cleanup job, so we're leaving all the stuff here. He's going to cut up for firewood and that kind of thing, I think. It was a pretty good job. I'm pretty happy with how it went. Got done in good time and everything like that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button. I try to release a video every weekend. I'm not perfect, but I try. And then if you like this video, push that like button. It helps out the channel a lot. I'm trying to put some effort into growing the channel. So if you guys wouldn't mind doing that for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much, and hope you have a wonderful day.